Dear soul, if your eyes have found these words in this very moment, know with certainty it is not by accident. The hand of heaven has led you here. Every step you have taken, every restless thought that brought you to this place, every tug at your heart that whispered, "Watch this, listen now, pay attention," all of it was divinely arranged. There is a reason you are here, and your guardian angels are urging you to listen closely, for they have a message so profound, so heavy with truth, that it will shift the way you see everything. Your person, the one who lingers in your spirit, the one your heart cannot silence, is carrying a burden far greater than they have let the world see. To the eyes of others, they seem composed. They laugh at the right times. They smile in public. They post pictures to assure everyone they are fine, convincing even themselves at times that they are stronger than their reality. But those glimpses are only masks. Behind the curtain of their carefully arranged life, there is a storm. There is a wound they have hidden not only from you, but from themselves. They are in pain, not the kind of pain that forces someone to cry out in public, not the kind that is easily noticed by friends or family, but a quiet, relentless ache that gnaws at them in the stillness of the night. This is the kind of suffering that lives in the shadows, the kind that does not scream, but whispers until the soul feels weary. And this pain is tied to something they have not told you, something they have kept locked away, afraid of what the truth might do. They are carrying a disease, a sickness that they have almost convinced themselves to ignore, almost convinced themselves they could push away by pretending it isn't there. But almost is not freedom. Almost is not healing. Almost is not peace. And your person has been living trapped in this place of almost. They did not tell you because fear was louder than love in that moment. They feared your rejection. They feared that if you knew, you would walk away, that you would see them not as the person you once loved and cherished, but as someone broken, unworthy, too heavy for your arms to carry. So, they chose silence. They chose to guard their secret behind walls of pride, hoping you would never see the cracks in their armor. But the silence has become its own prison, and the walls they built to protect themselves are the very walls that keep them from the freedom and healing they desperately crave. But here is the hidden truth that heaven is revealing to you today. Even behind their silence, their heart has never stopped calling for you. They ache for you. Their deepest pain is not the disease itself, but the distance between your soul and theirs. They believe that if your love could touch them again, if your presence could reach them, if your prayers could surround them, then healing would finally begin to bloom within them. And heaven wants you to know that your prayers, your faith, your love are not powerless. You are not helpless in this. In fact, You are a chosen vessel of strength and hope for them. Your angels are whispering that you are about to receive confirmation. Within the next 3 days, something unusual will happen. A feather may appear in a place where no feather should be. A stranger may speak words that strike your spirit as if they were carved out only for you. Your person's name may appear in the most unexpected of places. When it happens, do not dismiss it as coincidence. That moment will be heaven's whisper, God's gentle voice saying, "This is real. This is true. The time is drawing near. You are not here by chance. You are here because you are chosen. Heaven has set you apart, anointed you for a love story unlike the stories of the world. One that does not fade, does not crumble, does not wither in time. The love you carry for your person is not ordinary. It is sacred. You are the anchor they do not yet have the courage to name. You are the answer to prayers they may never admit they prayed. You are chosen for them, chosen by heaven, chosen for this moment. Let these words be written into your spirit. I am chosen. I am loved. I am worthy. Say it again until your soul believes it. I am chosen. I am loved. I am worthy. Now picture them in this very moment, alone in their room, the weight of the world pressing against their chest. Their phone rests in their hand. Your name glows on the screen, the thought of reaching out burning in their heart. Their thumb hovers over the message they long to send. They almost press it. Almost. Their chest tightens. Tears gather, but do not fall. Fear takes hold of their hand and freezes them in silence once again. But even in that silence, their soul reaches for you. You have felt it before. In the middle of the night, when you woke with heaviness in your chest and a sorrow you could not name, that was them. Your spirit is tied to theirs. Your soul is awake to their cry. Even in their silence, you hear them. Heaven wants you to understand the rhythm of this truth. They are hiding, but they are longing. They are pretending, but they are breaking. They are silent, but they are praying. They are distant, but they are yours. Let this truth echo within you. They are distant, but they are mine. Say it aloud until it becomes a declaration. They are distant, but they are mine. And this is not just your own desire. It is heaven's reminder. God is not blind to their pain. God is not deaf to their cry. Nothing they have hidden is hidden from him. Nothing they fear is too great for him to heal. While they struggle with pride, while they wrestle with silence, while they tremble under the weight of their disease, God is already moving. He is already preparing a way for truth to come forward, for confession to be spoken, for healing to be released. But heaven also speaks to you. Do not forget who you are in this story. You are not merely waiting for them. You are being prepared for them. every trial, every lonely night, every unanswered question has been shaping you into the strength they need. You were never meant to break under this weighting. You were meant to rise. You were meant to hold the kind of faith that shakes the heavens, the kind of faith that covers not only your life, but theirs. So when you see the sign, whether it be a feather, a name, or an unexpected word, know that you are standing at the threshold of change. The silence will not last forever. The mask will not remain unbroken. The disease will not define them. Their fear will not separate what heaven has destined. You have been chosen not just to love them, but to believe for them when they cannot believe for themselves, to stand in faith when their strength falters, to carry hope when they are weighed down by despair. And though they may not yet have the courage to confess, your spirit already knows the truth. You have been entrusted with this knowledge because heaven trusts you to carry it with grace, not judgment, with compassion, not fear. Hold this truth close. The story is not over. The silence is not the ending. What God has written cannot be erased by disease, cannot be undone by pride, cannot be stolen by fear. You are not waiting in vain. You are waiting in purpose. So stand strong, dear soul. Stand knowing you are chosen. Stand knowing you are loved. Stand knowing that heaven is closer than the very breath in your chest. And as you walk through these coming days, watch for the sign, for it will come. And when it does, let your heart lift, let your spirit rejoice, for you will know that God Himself has confirmed what your soul has always felt. They may be distant, but they are yours. I stand in the gap for them, not as one who is strong in my own power, but as one who leans entirely upon the everlasting arms of the Lord. I declare with the boldness of faith that they are not alone. The darkness may whisper its lies, but I cover them with the blood of Jesus, the blood that heals, restores, and redeems beyond what human understanding can measure. This blood is not just a memory of a sacrifice long ago. It is a living covenant, still speaking, still working, still powerful to this very hour. Where sickness has dared to take root in their body, I cry out for the river of healing to flow from the throne of grace, a river that never runs dry, a current that washes away pain and ushers in life. Where fear has raised its walls, let the unrelenting love of God crash through like a mighty flood, dismantling every stone of anxiety, insecurity, and dread. Where lies have wrapped themselves like chains around their thoughts, I call forth truth to rise, radiant and unshakable, until every deception is silenced by the voice of God. Father, I speak into the unseen battles that rage within them. I bind the spirit of despair that comes like a thief in the night, whispering hopelessness into their soul when the world is quiet. I rebuke the torment of shame that convinces them they are too broken, too guilty, too unworthy to be loved. I cancel the poisonous lie that tells them I will turn away if they dare to confess the truth. Instead, I speak courage into the very marrow of their bones, courage to face what they fear, courage to step into the light. I speak honesty into their lips, that truth may no longer be a burden but a release. I speak healing into their body, not by my authority, but by the authority of the one who bore stripes so that we might be made whole. Father, I place their disease in your capable hands, for you are the great physician. You are the one who gives wisdom to doctors, yet moves beyond the limitations of medicine. Where treatments end, you begin. Where hope feels gone, you restore. You raise what the world declares finished. You breathe life into what others have pronounced dead. So I lift them to you completely, body, mind, and soul. I ask not for partial healing, but for a miracle that will stand as a testimony of your glory. I ask for restoration of strength, restoration of joy, restoration of peace that surpasses understanding. I ask for long life, not just measured in years, but in years filled with purpose, laughter, and light. And as I lift them, I also lift myself, for we are bound in this story you are writing. Whether near or far, whether in conversation or in silence, whether in clarity or in mystery, we are both yours. Write our story with your eternal ink. Seal it with your spirit, the same spirit that hovered over the waters at creation, the same spirit that raised Christ from the grave. Let the ending, whatever form it takes, glorify your name, for no ending in you is ever truly an end. It is always the beginning of something higher, something eternal. I look to the heavens and I remember, you are the God who parts seas, the God who brings water from rock, the God who sends manna in the wilderness, the God who raises the dead. You are not limited by time, nor weakened by delay. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if you could bring Lazarus forth after 4 days in the tomb, if you could restore Job after years of loss, if you could raise Jesus after 3 days in darkness, then you can surely move in this situation. My faith is not blind. It is built on the record of your faithfulness throughout generations. Dear soul, if these words have stirred something within you, do not brush them aside. This is not coincidence. This is not simply another message scrolling across your screen. This is an invitation from heaven itself. Take these words and make them your own. Let them breathe life into your weary spirit. Speak them out loud tonight, even if your voice trembles. Write down the signs when they appear, for they will come, and they will remind you that you are not forgotten. Hold fast to the truth. You are chosen, not by accident, not by the fickleness of people, but by the eternal choice of God. Your story is not over. The ink of heaven has not run dry. The author of your destiny has not put down his pen. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when silence feels endless, when your prayers seem unanswered. Do not mistake delay for denial. Do not confuse silence for absence. The Lord is working even when you cannot see it. He is moving pieces behind the veil, orchestrating connections, shifting circumstances, preparing hearts, and aligning steps. What feels like waiting is often the womb of miracles. What feels like silence is often the preparation for a louder testimony than you can imagine. Take heart, lift your eyes. Do not measure God's love by your present circumstance. He has proven his love on the cross, once and for all. Every other act of love flows from that eternal moment. If he gave his son for you, how much more will he give what is needed now? If he did not withhold the most precious gift, he will not withhold healing, restoration, or breakthrough in the hour it is ordained to come. And as we walk together in this journey of faith, I extend this invitation. If you feel led, support this mission of spreading prophetic and anointed words from heaven. Consider sowing into this work, whether it be 5, 10, 20, or more, not out of compulsion, but out of alignment with the Spirit's whisper. For every seed sown in faith, the Lord multiplies and returns in ways that go beyond financial measure. May he bless every giver 100-fold. May he return to you the desires of your heart in divine timing. Know this, your offering does more than sustain. It helps us continue to proclaim light into dark places, to lift up weary hearts, to remind the forgotten that heaven has not abandoned them. Together, we are not just an audience. We are a community, a body of believers rooted in faith, anchored in love, and aligned with divine purpose. This story we are living is not just about one person, one sickness, one prayer. It is about the testimony of God's faithfulness echoing through generations. It is about showing the world that love, true love, is more powerful than fear, that healing is more powerful than disease, that reconciliation is more powerful than division, and that God's word is more powerful than the lies of the enemy. This is our declaration. This is our song, and it will not be silenced.